You ready? Yeah, you gotta be stay with me. Is boxing the best sport in the world? Absolutely yes. Not just because I box, not because I just won 2 world titles, not because I was on a contender, but because it is the best sport in the world. Once upon a time, everybody and they daddy, uncle, cousin, nephew wanted to be a boxer. Basketball players wanted to be boxers. I don't know what happened, to those days and those times. Everybody want to be basketball players now, and baseball players and football players. But boxing has never died, and I love that. Boxers nowadays are making the most money they ever made in their life, thanks to Muhammad Ali, Jack Johnson, Larry Holmes, Pernell Whitaker. I mean, the list goes on. Michael Spinks, Leon Spinks, Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. Man, I just love boxing. Now, boxing is dangerous, very dangerous. I don't know if it's really worse or more dangerous than football, because football is dangerous too. They made a movie called Concussion. Will Smith, he was played in the lead role, the Concussion. It wasn't about boxing, but boxing is dangerous. But the thing about boxing is, somebody is trying to hit you, so you won't be blindsided because there's a referee in there, and if somebody hits you behind the head, they'll warn you. So it's nobody coming from behind you, or from the other side, or this way or that way, like football. So unfortunately, we had a few deaths in boxing in the last couple of weeks, and that's sad. But you can die just walking down the street. You know what I mean? Anything can happen. It's risks and everything in life. But boxing, it's paved the way for me and my family. I live in a nice house, bought nice cars, bought a little jewelry here and there, went on vacations. I've traveled the world from United Kingdom to Germany. I fought in Germany, United Kingdom, Cancun, Mexico, from state to state, city to city, and all kind of countries. And I just thank God that boxing has paved the way for me to be who I am today. And even in boxing, boxing gives you such discipline. I believe that if it wasn't for God blessing me to be in boxing, I wouldn't have got saved and accepted Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior. I believe that had a lot to do with it. It showed me lots of maturity, because if you're a fighter, you can't have sex and you got a fight coming up. So that settled me down to let me know, I'm only missing one rib. You know what I mean? You can't drink and think you about to be the champ of the world, because you mess around and be punch drunk. You know what I mean? You don't want to be drinking and get socked. This is a double whammy. You can't smoke blunts and think you about to be the champ of the world. You can't be sipping on lean and you all the way to the side and you mess around and get hit and you to the side. You can't do none of that and think you about to be the champ of the world. So, boxing gives you a lot of discipline. Even the founder of Motown, Barry Gordon, said that he credits boxing for giving him the push and the strive and the desire to actually, do what he did for Motown, to make all the millions of dollars and to be the president, the founder of Motown, which is the biggest company of all time. I mean, come on, man. You got greats like Michael Jackson, uh, Aretha Franklin, Smokey Robinson, Temptations, Diana Ross. I mean, it gets no better than Motown. It gets no better than boxing. And I just, I'm just giving all my credit and a lot of my credit to the sport of boxing. That it does not only, teaches you how to fight and protect yourself, but it gives you discipline. And boxing it's just a great sport. Just not just in and out of the ring. It helps you in and out of the ring. I mean, just think. I'm more of a professional person now. I mean, I got my own YouTube channel thanks to boxing. And SB Shawana Bunches, my wife and my pretty assistant. But so much money in boxing. Canelo just signed for $365 million. Let me rewind that. $365 million he signed with the Zone. That's unheard of for a boxer to make that kind of money. 365 million for 8 fights. Just think about it. If he wanted to, because he has the power to pick, he's the biggest name in boxing. He can fight every other month and make that $365 million in 1 year. In 1 year, he can make that. Now you have basketball players that will make $200 million in 8 years or 4 years, or you know what I mean. It takes them a long time to make it. So that's why I love boxing, because it's just you can do so much in a short period of time. Just think in basketball, you got to be away from your family for a whole year. And as beautiful as my wife is, even though I trust her, being away from her for a whole year, I'm calling her. I got all kind of cameras set up like, girl, what you doing? Even though I know it's just that being away from your wife for so long or your girlfriend for so long, it's crazy. Just think, only time you got to be away from your woman or your wife in boxing is when you go to training camp. And you ain't necessarily got to go out of town and go to training camp. I can set training camp up in my city like I've done before many and plenty of times. So I just want to just continue to give boxing an applaud, because we don't give boxing as much credit as we deserve, So let me see what's going on. Who's live with me? Who's vibing with me? Let's see what's really happening. It's your boy K9. Yeah. Who made the bark vicious? Who made it famous? And go watch the Contender on YouTube. Go watch it on my YouTube channel. That was a real show, y'all. You got some of these YouTube channels that ain't real. My show, The Contender, the fan favorite, season 2, was real. Wasn't nothing crazy, nothing wrote up, scripted, none of that. Yeah. Larry. Yeah, what's up, Larry? What it do, my guy? Salute, K9. Met you in Cleveland at the Civic Center. Much love, bro. One love, bro. I'm real. The realest. That's right. Oh, man, the dog. What's up, bro? Long time no here. What's happening, baby? 78 Sports. What's up? I've been trying to get at you, my guy. Hit me up. For real. For real. Hashtag, bro. For real. What up, champ? J. Brown and Clemon. Joshua Lawrence. What's up, though? Yeah, Larry. What's happening, y'all? Yeah, so this is my first time going on YouTube, you know what I mean, live, where y'all can actually see I still look good and all that good stuff, you know what I mean? Ain't no repercussions from boxing. Talking clear, you know what I mean? And that's a good thing, because a lot of fighters, too many headshots can make you, pungy. We call it punch drunk. And, it's a lot of fighters out here, unfortunately, that are punch drunk. I mean, old timers come a little faster when you're a boxer and you've been hit too long or hit too many times. Parkinson's, you can get Parkinson's anyway from just living a long time, and it could just be in your blood. But you can get it too from boxing. I'm telling you, man, boxing ain't nothing to play with. That's why, I have to give credit to Floyd Mayweather. We ain't the best of friends, you know what I mean? It's some history between me and him, but I gotta give credit where credit is due. I ain't no hater. The man is a genius when it comes to what he did and what he accomplished in boxing. He made the most money. First thing he did is he bought himself out of a contract for $750,000, and cats would have been like, man, are you crazy? But he did that and quadrupled his money probably 3, 4, 5 times, because he signed with Showtime and got $200 million. Let me rewind that. He got $200 million from Showtime, another big contract, and then he didn't retire undefeated, and made over $1 billion. In this last fight, if this ain't genius, and we gotta give shout outs to Al Hammond, because I know he helped put that together. But he made close to $1 billion in one fight. What did he make, about $300-400 million when he fought Conor McGregor? Who else could have pulled up a fight with an MMA fighter who's never had a real pro fight ever in his life. I don't know how many amateur fights he even had. He was an MMA fighter, but got in the ring. They approved it. The commission approved it. You know, some people might want to say, well, how did they let that happen? It happened. And I ain't mad at neither one of them. So Conor McGregor has broke the bank. He set a record because we got to take our hat off to him too. He set a record for the most money a fighter has ever made going pro. No fighter will ever make $100 million in one fight going pro. I wouldn't even care if they win Olympics or none of that. They're not going to get $100 million. Conor McGregor, that record will never be broke. Remember, you got that on the Dog Pound K9 Boxing Show. We live with it. $100 million Conor McGregor got. Win, lose, or draw. I done heard people say a million times, you ask a person to this day, Mike Tyson can swing at me and I would just fall for $1 million, $2 million. Well, this man made $100 million. And he was in there with Mayweather. And Mayweather made what, about $300-400 million. So they should be best friends to this day. As Anthony Joshua would say, to this day. Bomb Squad. For real. Oh, my bad. Not Anthony Joshua. Deontay Wilder. To this day. Bomb Squad. Speaking of Anthony Joshua, though, I'm glad that did come out like that. Anthony Joshua is about to fight Andy Ruiz. So what do you guys think about Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua? Let me get it. Let me go slow with it. Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz. Now the fight I think is going to be in Saudi Arabia. Overseas, and they stand to make a nice chunk of change. Now of course Andy Ruiz is a champ now, so he feel like he should make way more than he got. But you got to think, if you rewind it. No one thought he was going to even beat Anthony Joshua. But he did. But before he got the fight, he signed a contract that he would accept $9 million if it was a rematch and he won. So he was thinking, man, I'm going to get $9 million if I beat him? Let me go ahead and sign this. And when he beat him, and everybody in the world was an Andy Ruiz fan, and money started coming from everywhere, Snicker commercials. He was on, I think, the Jenny Leno show, all kind of endorsements. Man, he made, after he won the fight, he made way more than $9 million. He became this celebrity. He stay in a mansion now. He got a chauffeur, all kind of stuff, Bentleys. So he looking like $9 million. Hey, but it is what it is. You know, you wasn't thinking like that ahead of time. You should have put it in contract. Okay, if I beat him, because nobody thought he was gonna beat him. Hey, if I beat him, I want $50 million. And his next fight against Anthony Joshua will be $50 million. But he signed for $9 million, which still ain't bad. Because if he win this fight, guess what? He will be getting maybe $100 million. He could fight Deontay Wilder. Yeah, so I meant to say Boston Larry, what it do, Brody? And my son, oh man, my son on fire, boy. He just fought yesterday. Absolutely, he just fought Saturday. Man, time to fly. He just fought Saturday, and he won in a rematch on a Pro-Am show in Detroit. So we're looking to get him in get ready for the qualifiers. I really want him to go to the Olympics. I'm gonna see how he develops in the next 2-3 weeks, because he be fighting next week, the week after that, and the week after that. So, depends on how strong he look and how good he look. We shooting for Olympics. 2020 Olympics. Let's go Team K9. Let's go Little K9. And follow Little K9 at Little K9 Slick on Instagram. The boy's all right. But, I'm happy to be, in front of the TV. I've never been video shy. All you gotta go do is go watch me on Showtime boxing. Actually, the anniversary of when I fought Corey Spinks was what, Saturday? Saturday was a few days ago, and I celebrated it at Adam Bustle's Recreation Center. Shout out to Adam Bustle Recreation Center in Detroit, on Linden and Myers. And it was wonderful, man. We celebrated. We watched the replay of when I beat Corey Spinks in St. Louis. Rest in peace to Emmanuel Stewart. He was there for the first time in St. Louis. Don King, he was there. Oh, K down your bark, baby. In my Don King voice, in my Emmanuel Stewart voice. Yeah, it was a good fight, you know what I'm saying? So K now all he had to do is just throw the jab. He would have finished him a little earlier if he did throw the jab, set up with the right hand. But we handled our business. We took care of business, man, and I'm just so happy. And anniversary, I celebrated the first time, and it's been since 2010. I was a world champion when I beat Corey Spinks, and my first celebration was actually a few days ago. So we had big cake, we had pizza. Shout out to Marina and Net for coming through and showing love. Pizza, cake, balloons. You know what I mean? And I just want to thank God, man, just for being alive. Cause in these days it's crazy, man. All this shooting going on and all this man, terrorists out here. It's I rather use these right here than to use those right there, because death. You know what I mean? It can't come back. A black eye, you can get rid of that. It'll go away. But I just think that people that just shoot people up for nothing is cowards. People that go shoot up these schools and innocent malls or Walmarts, they just straight up cowards. It's just I never been a coward. That's how come I ain't trying to shoot nobody. You know what I mean? If I gotta defend myself, defend my family, that's one thing. But I'd rather do this right here. Meet me at the gym. You know what I'm saying? Even back in the days, I was, man, look, we could just knuckle up. You know what I mean? And I ain't need nobody to help me to fight nobody. Me and you. And remember that song? Just me and you. That's all. It's me and you. For real, for real. Let's go, chap. Terrence, what's up, man? What it do? What it do? What it do? At K9 Boxing. We all right. Yeah, so my next fight will be September the 6th. It's in New Orleans. I'm fighting for a belt. I'm going to go get it. It won't go the distance. It won't go the distance. Y'all see that egg right there? I'm working on that egg. Got a little yolk in it. Yeah, so yeah, man, boxing, like I say, it's the best sport in the world, y'all. It's the best sport in the world. If it wasn't the best sport in the world, you wouldn't have basketball players doing boxing workouts. Like LeBron James. That's right, LeBron James. I even trained Draymond Green. Yep, that's right, Draymond Green. Play with the Golden State Warriors. I trained him. He does boxing workouts. And just so many of them. From Lindsey Hunter. Lindsey Hunter probably was the best defensive player of all time. And my boy Scotty Buck, he trained him. Yep. Boxing. He did a boxing workout. Boxing is the best sport in the world. MMA, it's on a different level. At one point in time, they thought that MMA was just gonna shut boxing down, and it had boxing. You know what I'm saying? It had boxing. In a little limb a little bit. You know what I mean? We was like, whoa, for a minute. But I look at boxing and MMA kind of like a flip side of each other. I mean, one sport helps the other, and the other helps the other because it's still combat. And you still gotta do a little punching. You gotta fight a little bit. So I never really looked at it as as if MMA was hurting boxing, because when boxing wasn't being talked about as much. I mean, to me, it's almost similar. You know what I mean? MMA is a little rougher, or may I say a lot rougher, because the fight don't start till you hit the canvas. In boxing, it's totally different. Once you hit the canvas, the referee, he stops it and he pushes the other guy to the corner and he counts. So it's totally different. But Al Hammond, he changed the game. You had other promoters and some people that was hating on him, maybe because he was a black man. I don't know, because he was signing all these fighters with PBC. Next thing you know, we had boxing on NBC, CBS, ABC, 1, 2, 3, Showtime. I mean, he had fights all over. Then it was a rumor that he had spent all his money, and the Hutchmans from Wall Street, they wasn't gonna give him no more money, and he had ran out of money. And they said you don't buy TV, and I don't hear anyone saying that anymore now, because now the same people that he was buying TV, or he was putting fights on TV, free TV instead of pay-per-view, now they paying him. So the guy, he graduated from Harvard, so he knows what he's doing. And that's the reason why Mayweather actually, hired him as an advisor. And I'm not hating on no promoter, no manager, no boxing, nobody, nothing that has something to do with boxing. We all need each other. It's a hard sport. Shout out to all the managers, the fans, the boxers. Shout out to the matchmakers, the opponents. I didn't see that right there. But yeah, to everybody. Can you let me see. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. All right. Absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, I got my secretary in the house. No. Oh, she's so beautiful. Hey. But anyway, the 140 division, 140-pound division. I want to talk about that division. That division is hot. I love junior middleweight division because that's the division I won my 2 world titles in. So it don't get no better than that. Of course, the heavyweight division is hot. All boxing divisions is hot. With somebody doing something in their division. But let's talk about the 140-pound division. And I did a video on the 140-pound division. It's nice, so check it out. But Progress is, to me, the top, probably the top fighter. I don't want to say he's the top, but he's at the top because it's some great fighters. Herring, salute, Jamel Herring. You got a bunch of guys at 140. The Ramirez, Jose. It's a lot of guys at 140 that's dogs, and that division is fire right now. And Progress, he's supposed to be paid by the WBSSS, a tournament that he's in, and they being slow with that money, and they tripping. So I heard he has withdrew from the tournament, him and Lou DiBella. And I don't know why would you play with somebody's money. If the man fights, the man should get paid. Ain't no playing with nobody's money. But I think that it's like, something's going on where, a lot of suing is involved. Someone's going to get sued. And I just feel like, man, when you a fighter, man, give me whatever I agreed to, give it to me. Ain't no, I got to wait for my money. Pay that man. That man is a beast. That man can fight. He's a champion. He's a businessman. He has a promoter, a manager. He has a family. If he's done his job and you agreed to pay him and he agreed to fight, pay him. So he don't, because, he deserves it. The man is a fighter. So I don't know what's going to happen in that situation. Hopefully everything gets resolved. And I want to see him in another champion fight at 140. Mraz, Jose, Ramirez. I just want to see them fight. May the best man win, but I'm going Progress. And then I want to see Progress go up in weight. It was talk that him and Terrence Crawford had a few words, or that would be a good fight. Terrence Crawford, he's a good fight. A lot of people have him labeled as pound for pound best fighter in the world. I don't know. Do y'all feel like he's best pound for pound fighter in the world? A lot of people want to see him versus Errol Spence. That'd be a great fight. That could be the Sugar Ray Leonard Tommy Hearns fight. But we ever see that fight? Because we know that Terrence Crawford is signed with Bob Arum, and Errol Spence is signed with PBC, Al Heyman, Sam and them. And to be honest with you, Al Heyman has all the welterweights, almost all the fighters. So, and Top Rank only has, as far as welterweight, only person they have is Terrence Crawford. And Terrence Crawford don't have anyone that he can fight on that level to get him to the next level. To me, he's a superstar because I know him. But to get to that next level, he really needed Manny Pacquiao. But Manny Pacquiao ended up leaving and signing with Al Heyman. And that was a great move. But that move, I don't want to say it hurted Terrence Crawford because Terrence Crawford undefeated, but it could have helped him if he would have fought Manny Pacquiao. But I think Manny Pacquiao knew what was going on. I think he knew that Bob Arum was trying to feed him to the wolves. And the wolf was Terrence Crawford. So he got away and said, hey, I can go over here and make all my money, the money that I probably didn't get when I was with Top Rank, and I can fight probably Errol Spence at the end of my career, at my very last fight. So I think that Manny Pacquiao next fight would be if Sean Porter was to win, it'd be Sean Porter. But if Errol Spence beats Sean Porter, I don't think that Manny Pacquiao is going to fight him. I actually think that Manny Pacquiao is going to fight Amir Khan. So you heard it, K9 Boxing. I think that Manny Pacquiao next fight will be against Amir Khan because you got two countries that can fight against each other. You know, when you got a country behind you, that sells. You know, me, I don't have a country behind me. You know what I mean? I guess black on black crime don't sell. You know what I mean? But if a white person or a black person fight each other or beat each other up or shoot each other, oh man, it's big press. It's a lot of news. But you know, when black on black fight each other or black on black crime, it just don't sell. That's why Floyd was very smart. And if you notice that he will fight on Sokomia, what's that that Mexican day? Let's say the Mexican day, since I can't get it out. It's on the Mexican day. He will fight against the Mexican every time. He will fight against excuse me, he will go against Canelo. He fought Canelo. Sokomia, I can't get the word out. But he fought Canelo, and it was the Mexican day, and guess what? So many people tuned in and bought it. And then he fought Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor had a country behind him. He's Irish. Now just think about it. At the end of his career, the last guy he fought that was a black guy that didn't have a country behind him, but it was to get that, I think, that 50th win or that 49th win just to tie Rocky Marciano. It was Andre Berto. He gave Andre Berto a shot, but he knew Andre Berto wasn't the same too. So he was smart in doing that. I remember when I first met Floyd, I was just coming off the Contender, and he was telling me, he was like, K9, I seen the power. And he was telling me, you know, what you did to Bravo, Berto had your leftovers because Berto had just fought Bravo after I finished Bravo, and you know he beat Bravo pretty easy. But he was letting me know that he did that to a man that was already finished because of what I had did to him, you know. So, but at the end of the day, I think Floyd knew that at that time, you know, Berto was competition, and Berto wasn't the Berto he is today, where he had a few wars and he was a little shop worn. So you know, after that, little time went by, and Berto lost a few fights, and from there on, then next year, you know, Floyd fought him. So Floyd was very smart in what he did. He fought a lot of guys, and I'm not trying to tarnish his career, but that's smart, that's genius. And, you know, who wouldn't do the same thing? He fought Shane Mosley. Shane was a little older. Fought Oscar. Oscar was a little older. He fought Berto. Berto wasn't the same. He fought Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor never had a pro fight. That's genius. I mean, a lot of people want to bash him and say, well, he ain't never fought nobody. Man, listen, if you ain't got to fight nobody and make millions of dollars, make almost $1 billion or over $1 billion, do that. Ain't nobody going to complain. If I don't know nobody that will sit there and say, man, give me the hard fight, or for the same amount that you would give me the easy fight. They gonna take the easy fight or the hard fight. When he was Pretty Boy Floyd, he was definitely a better fighter than he was when he was Money Mayweather. Money Mayweather was more about the business. You know what I mean? More about leaving the sport with his brain instead of I'm gonna fight any and everybody. Pretty Boy was the fighter. Money Mayweather was a businessman. You put them both together and you have Floyd Mayweather. And, you know, can't go wrong with that at all. And I ain't mad at him. You know, it's business. So, you know, when he disrespected my wife, I know it was all business. I mean, it wasn't nothing personal. You know what I mean? He wasn't messing with her on a strength of he ain't like me and he felt like I was a lame and I'm Money Mayweather. No, it was just he was trying to get in my head. Now, I didn't see when he was messing with my wife. I was in the ring, so. You know, people they probably want to say, well, why is you giving this guy credit? He disrespected your family or disrespected your wife. It was business. If you try to get in somebody's head by messing with they fiance, they wife, or they friend, as long as you don't cross the line. You know what I mean? You ain't putting your hands on her and none of that kind of type stuff, and it's all good. You know what I mean? Bygones be bygones. God said, hey, turn other cheek. You got to forgive. And move on. Like I said, nothing personal, you know. It's all a game. And that's what boxing is, all a game. Terrence. Oh yeah, boxing is looking like the 90s again, bro. It is. Absolutely. What does the dog pound look like tomorrow? We ain't got our guess yet. We ain't got all our guess yet. We ain't got our guess yet. I'll find out what the dog pound looking like tomorrow. And yeah, make sure y'all tune in to the dog pound tomorrow at 9 o'clock. We'll have special guests as usual. And we'll be talking about the greatest sport in the world, boxing. That's right. Boxing. That's right. Yeah. I got my Rock'em Sock'ems over there too, man. You know what I mean? That was the first video game or first game I ever got. First game I got that I really liked and enjoyed that really helped me to want to be a boxer was the Rock'em Sock'em. Of course, the Rocky movie. You know what I'm saying? And now ain't that something that Rocky is in the Hall of Fame? Now, Rocky's in the Hall of Fame, but really never had a boxing match. Do y'all think that he should be in the Hall of Fame? That's right there. That is a real good question. And I would like for you to make comments about that. Does Sylvester Stallone belong in the Hall of Fame? Because if he's in the Hall of Fame, then why shouldn't I be in the Hall of Fame? I brought a lot of people to boxing too, from being on the Contender. You know what I mean? People don't talk about that. You know, they want to sweep that under the rug. But the Contender actually brought a lot of fans to boxing. People told me, man, I didn't even like boxing, man, until I saw the Contender. You know, reality shows are in style. When reality shows are in style, I believe the Contender season 2, season 1 was the second biggest reality show behind American Idol. It was real big, and it did a lot for boxing. So I want to go into the Hall of Fame because your boy K9 paid his dues. I only had 10 amateur fights. 10 amateur fights. I'm the oldest junior middleweight world champion of all time. I won my first world title at 37 with only 10 amateur fights. And really never really had a trainer. Emmanuel Stewart wasn't my trainer. He was my manager. I had trainers, you know what I mean? Sugar Hill, he showed me something, but a lot of these fights, man, I got up for on my own. I mean, I went out there and did what I had to do. And you know, and that's life. You got to do what you got to do. You know what I mean? I ain't knocking nobody for it, but whether I get in the Hall of Fame or not, I don't care. I'm the people's champion. That's what it's all about. You got to go out here and be a champion for the people. It's all about the people. Show them what God, all things are possible. From the hood to Hollywood. I did it the hard way, y'all. Nobody give me nothing. Nothing. Ain't give me nothing. I ain't give me nothing, y'all. You hear me? And I didn't even graduate, man. And I'm not happy to say that. So, kid, if any of you kids are listening, go to school, graduate, do something. Always have a plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D, E, F, and keep having plans if you can. But my only plan I had was boxing. That's all I had. That's all I did. And that ain't the only thing I could do either, because I don't want y'all to think, oh, that's all he could do is box. You know, I could do more than box. You hear me? I could break dance. You know what I'm saying? I could rap a little bit. My name is K9. That's right. I could do a little of everything, though. But, yeah, I enjoy vibing with you guys. And, yeah, J.K. Cole. And I can read, too. So I'm peeping what y'all talking about. Larry, yeah. Oh man, God is good, y'all. But I know we got some good fights coming up. We got Sean Porter versus Errol Spence. That's in September. I know we got Tony Harrison. He's finna fight against Jamel Charlo real soon. It's just a whole lot going on. Yep. It's a whole lot going on in the sport of boxing. Of course, Andy Reese and Anthony Joshua. A lot of stuff going on, y'all. Who else finna fight? I know J-Rock is finna fight. J-Rock is finna fight against Jared Hurd. And J-Rock, he wants Hurd to take a random evaded test. You know what I mean? Because, a lot of these guys are dropping dirty. I'm not saying that Hurd is dropping dirty, but he's like, man, what's up with the test? I'm not fighting none of these guys unless they take the test. And I'm quite sure I don't fought someone that was using the needle, taking steroids, all kind of stuff, man. But I look at it kind of different. You know what I mean? I feel like, your face can't take, no steroids, and all I gotta do is hit you in your head. But they'll do anything nowadays to get that advantage. You know what I mean? To get advantage over you, they'll do it, man. A lot of people are testing dirty nowadays, man, and it's a shame. I wonder if someone tests dirty and a person dies in a ring, would that be considered murder? Because you fought and took some illegal stuff that made yourself stronger, and you killed the man in the ring. Should you go to jail for that? Because I know it's a sport and y'all boxing, but if you kill somebody in the ring, from it's like it's like a weapon. It's like having a weapon, taking a gun out and shooting, because that's dirty. I mean, but should a guy go to jail for that? Or if he don't go to jail for that, he definitely should be suspended. You know what I mean, for boxing for life. He shouldn't be able to fight ever again. Never ever, never ever. Yep, it's your boy K9. It's about that time. We about to lay it down in a minute. For shizzle. Yep. Yep. So tomorrow, I just want y'all to know too, tomorrow I will be live on one podcast show tomorrow too. So tune in at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, we going live. Dog Pound on YouTube. That's right. Your boy K9. Man, you know what? Man, Dylan White's a cool guy, man. And I really don't have a comment when it comes to Dylan White, because I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him. You know what I mean? I think he's a clean guy, so they wait on the samples, and I think too though that people's urine and all that kind of stuff could be tampered with too. I don't trust that stuff. When I take my little urine test and all that, I make sure it's sealed up, because it goes from hand to hand. If they want to, man, people probably can mess with your stuff. So I'm not saying that can't happen either. So you could. I know I'm a clean fighter. I've never ever tested dirty. You know what I mean? I never used no steroids, none of that stuff. None weed, none of that. I got fights coming up. I'm focused on the fight, and that's what I'm focused on. Not trying to cheat. I'm trying to win the right way. God first. You know what I mean? Jesus for life. I ain't into none of that. Even though I'm Diesel, and they like, man, I don't saw people right on my YouTube channel, man, K9 was off them roids. Off what roids? I don't let nobody stick me with nothing. Listen, I don't even want to get stick with a needle at all, period. When you have to take them little shots to make sure you ain't got, hepatitis B, A, and all that, I'd be like, man, what is you doing? So if I don't want to get shot with a regular needle, what makes you think I want to get stuck with a needle for some steroids? I don't mess with that stuff, man. I'm cut up like what up? I used to do 1,000 push-ups a day. Every day. You heard? 1,000 push-ups a day. Every day. I'm cut up like what up? For real though. Oh, Sharp, Champ, Restus. What's up though? Rusty. Russ. catch me. Catch me on the side with it. I see you, Earl. Jesus for life, Brody. Jesus for life. Fam. We on the zone. Boy, I'm starting to sweat up in here, boy. It's like I done shadow boxed or something. It's all good, though. You know what I mean? Just got to keep it 100. But I can't wait till I fight. September the 6th. Man, I'm gonna be ready. I'm telling you, I've been training super hard. Super hard. 20 minutes. I'll be sparring 20 minutes straight. Weight vest on, ankle weights on. You know what I'm saying? 20 minutes straight. After I done jump rope, 20 minutes straight. After I done hit the bag, 20 minutes straight. After I done hit the speed bag, 20 minutes straight. I ain't playing, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm treating this fight like if I'm fighting Canelo. Like if I'm fighting Floyd Money Mayweather. I'm not taking nobody lightly. I don't care if he's coming in as an opponent or whatever. I'm taking boxing serious like I always took it. Serious. Because my life is on the line. That's why I don't mess around. My wife, you be looking so good, and I just be like, girl, you better, hold on. Wait a minute. I'll catch you after the fight. You know what I'm saying? And that's big. You know, people always be saying like, does that really mess with your legs? You know, when you mess with your wife or your girlfriend or whatever. And yes, it will mess with your legs because that's blood coming up out you. I'm telling you. So I wouldn't try it if I was you. You know what I mean? Don't do it. I mean, give yourself the best chance. If you were fighting Mike Tyson, would you mess around with your wife or your girlfriend if you was about to go fight Mike Tyson? No, you wouldn't, because you already most likely gonna get knocked out anyway. But at least give yourself the best chance. So I don't mess around. When I got fights coming up, man, I take boxing serious. That's how I became a two-time. Y'all gotta start calling me two-time, all right? Two-time. What's up, two-time K9? Two-time K9. That's how I became a two-time world champion. I take boxing serious. I never showed people my workouts because, I wasn't born in the days when YouTube were out. You know what I mean? So I had to do push-ups and get in shape without that. And nowadays you got fighters, they can't train without a crowd. They can't train without a video, without a YouTube, without somebody taping it. I didn't need that. I was doing 1,000 push-ups without that. I wanted to get that egg, and I got it. You know what I mean? So whether the camera's on or not, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. And I never showed it because I didn't want nobody to be able to see what I was doing. I wanted them to think, okay, now he 40-some years old. Oh man, we gonna get him. But when I had my last fight in Cancun, Mexico, man, I wasn't playing. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no getting tired. I was ready. You know what I mean? Because I didn't show them how hard I was training. I was training way harder than my opponent. And to this day, I still train harder than my opponents. At 46. Yep, so 20 more minutes, y'all. I got 20 more minutes for y'all. And I'm going to go eat me some watermelon. Some more watermelon. Man, I've been killing watermelon, I'm telling you. The watermelon been good. And you got to make sure you get the one with the seeds in it. Because if it ain't got seeds in it, then I think it's GMO. GMO, that's right. It's not right. You got to have seeds in it. Unfortunately, I ain't had no grapes with seeds in it in a while. And we need some grapes with the seeds in it. You know what I'm saying? But the seeds is as big as the grapes, so I don't know. I just have to suffer. But the watermelon has to have seeds in it. So I bought this one watermelon, right? Now, this one watermelon I bought, it was off the streets. And I paid, 2 for $20. They said it was from Atlanta, Georgia. So I brought it home and ate it. It tastes good. I guess it was from Atlanta, Georgia. Bought another watermelon the other day. It was from Florida. It tastes good. It was definitely from Florida. Well, I just bought a water from Kroger, and yes, it's definitely $5. It was from Kroger, and it tastes like it was from Kroger. But it wasn't that bad though. It was actually good. So that's the watermelon I'm eating right now. It's the last one. It's the one from Kroger, but it had seeds in it. So at least it was real. You know what I'm saying? It's real. You know what I mean? But I gotta give you some more Atlanta or some more Florida watermelon. So I eat a lot of watermelon when I got fights coming up in the summertime. Of course, you can't eat watermelon in the wintertime because them ones without the seeds in it. It's not real, all right? So you gotta eat right. So one thing I do when I'm getting ready for my fights though, I try to eat right. You know what I mean? I try to stay away from all the cheesecakes and things like that. And now that I'm getting a little older now, I'm trying to start eating right even when I got fights coming up and if I don't got fights coming up. But I'm a chip man. I just love chips. Sun chips. You know what I mean? I mess with them sun chips. They be good, boy. But at least it got them whole grains in it. So that's a good thing. Whole grains is supposed to be good for you. So it's very important to eat right, train, watch videos. Watch a lot of videos. So I was inspired by Iron Mike Tyson. Iron Mike Tyson and Roy Jones are really the two guys that really inspired me the most to want to be a boxer. I remember being in Milwaukee. You know, my cousins are from Milwaukee. I used to be in Milwaukee. We used to travel to Milwaukee all the time. And I used to watch the Mike Tyson fights, man. And Mike Tyson used to get me going, boy. When Mike Tyson knocked somebody out, I used to just felt like I could do the same thing. So I was a wild guy. So I used to try that on the streets, and I was like Mike Tyson on the streets. So they used to call me Tyson. When I went to a middle school called Noble, I was Tyson. And I took Tyson to the ring. When I was an amateur, I didn't fight like I fought, like how I fight now. I fought like Tyson. But then I saw Roy Jones, and I started watching Roy Jones, and I said, well, if I want to last in the sport of boxing, I said, I got to change up. I got to hit and don't get hit, because in the Tyson style, I might get hit, you know what I mean, a little bit more than I would want to get hit. And I only had 10 amateur fights, so I put a little Tyson, a little Roy Jones, and I became K9, you know what I mean? Who I really am is K9, and I just put some of that stuff in my cereal and ate it up, and got me. Dr. Frankenstein, Dr. Frankenstein, that's right. Yeah, my dog, he don't lie. Okay, Jay Boogie, no, I don't, man. I don't lie. Not on purpose anyway. I don't lie on purpose. Your face can't take steroids, Brody. I'm telling you, for real. So, I don't be worried about all that. Yeah. They should go to jail. Absolutely. You take steroids and you kill somebody, man, that's a crime. It's for real. It's a crime. We don't need that. You already just work out. Do it the right way. Be natural. Be somebody natural. Don't cheat. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, God despises all cheating. It's going to come back to you one way or another. For real, for real. Yep. Real talk. Tony Stewart, what's up? My guy. I'm a people person, man. One thing about me though, for real, is I'm a people person. Yeah, I gotta go live, my dog. Yeah. Tony like, man, I'm glad you're going live. Right. Y'all gotta get the real. Y'all gotta get the real. I mean, I'm gonna expose a lot of stuff as the weeks go on, the days go on. The more I talk, the more I get comfortable. Talking to you guys, looking at you guys, and I'm gonna share a lot of knowledge, boy. I'm gonna give it to y'all for real, for real. Like what I mean, like I got a lot of knowledge. I've been through a whole lot. Just think, I signed with Don King. I've done business with Bob Arum. I've done business with Floyd Mayweather, the Money Team, PBC. I've been around. I fought on all kind of pay-per-views, ESPN, Showtime, HBO. I got a lot of experience, man, and y'all need to get it from somebody, other than people that don't have experience, because people that don't have experience get experience from be going YouTube live. But I got experience. I'm talking about from being in the trenches. I'm talking about I did it for real, and I'm just giving y'all a lot of my knowledge, and I'm trying to give y'all more understanding about boxing. And feel free to ask any questions, and I'm here for y'all, man. For sure, for sure. I need my theme music going. Dun, dun, dun. we need that thing. Oh no, wait till you hear K9. Wait till y'all hear my song. K9. K9. That's right. Oh man. For sure, for sure. Man. Hey, how y'all like this right here? Let me show you this. I love this charm right here. Watch this. Look, it's simple. It looks simple, but look with it. Bam. You see it? Can you see the little charm? I want y'all to see that. How the K9 go around like that. Around and around we go. Round and round we go. K9. Yeah. Man. Boy, oh boy. The wifey got me right. Set it off. Baby, you should have been a set it off. Hey, boy, you'd have been all right. 5'10". Sexy. Oh, girl, my baby bringing sexy back. But, yeah. So, I got this Modi box. Man, I love this Modi box I got, y'all. I'm able to watch all the fights. I'm able to watch everything on YouTube. Anything on YouTube that comes on YouTube, I can watch any and everything. Matter of fact, before it goes to DVD, like a movie goes to DVD, I'm able to get it on my Modi box. I don't even gotta go buy DVDs no more. I love my Modi box, and it's a way, like they coming up with these. What's that called? The Fire Stick. They got all these kind of different little cable, little sticks, or my Fire Sticks and all that where you can actually cut the cord. And I'm happy about that, because cable, man, they just charge you what they want to charge you. I remember having Comcast, and if I ever got behind, man, they would keep me behind. I look up, I'm paying 150. Then you look up, now I'm paying 200. You look up, now I'm paying 220. Then I'm paying 250. I'm like, man, why? What is they doing? I had to cut the cord, man. I still got cable right now, but I'm about to get something else right now. I got to dish the dish, because they don't have the local. And I got to see my Detroit Pistons. I got to see my Detroit Tigers, and Detroit Lions come on regular TV, which is good. But TV isn't like it used to be, y'all. It isn't like it used to be. It used to be a time, boy, when you fought on Channel 2 on regular TV, man, you was the man. Now, with all these YouTube, these little devices, all this, you could get on your phone and watch any and everything. Internet, you can go on Instagram, Snapchat, with all that. But people are distracted, so TV ain't like it used to be. So when you fight on TV now, if it ain't Showtime or ESPN, you might get more views on ESPN and Showtime because everybody ain't watching TV no more like they used to. And it used to be a time everybody was watching TV, regular TV. Now they ended up making it where you had to have a cord. You have to have a cord to even watch regular TV. So now if my TV don't even work unless I got cable because unless I go buy a cord, I don't even know if I got the cord to even watch regular TV. And now we just watch the phone. Now you look at your phone or your iPad, you look at your little pad, and you know what I mean? All these plasmas I got around the house for what? I mean, they just look good. I remember I told myself a long time ago that I wanted a big TV. I wrote it down. So what you should always do is write down your goals and what you want in life. I wrote down I wanted a big TV. I remember I wrote that down. I wrote down, I can't remember exactly what I said else I wanted, but I do remember I wanted that big TV because I used to always go to Sears and see all them big screen TVs. When we used to sell candy bars, I used to be like, excuse me, sir, would you like to purchase a candy bar for the St. Cecilia Junior basketball team? But it was cold. But anyway, I used to make a lot of money off selling those candy bars. And I used to always vision myself getting one of them big screen TVs. And now I got them everywhere. And it ain't even about nothing no more. But I got what I asked for, what I wanted. So when you write stuff down, you visualize it, and you work towards that purpose, and you keep that in your mind, or remember you wrote that down, guess what? You end up with it. So, you got to, like Sugar Ray Leonard told me, you have to have that tunnel vision. And I had a tunnel vision. My tunnel vision was to become one of the best fighters ever. And I achieved that. I might not get credit for being one of the best fighters ever, but I'm definitely one of the best fighters ever. I mean, when I was at my top, just think about it. I fought once a year as a world champion. Once a year. I was fighting guys. I was fighting 3, 4, 5 times a year and was still beating them. And if I did lose to them, it was a lot of stuff in the game where I was injured. And I didn't say nothing about it, but I was injured. I mean, I'm not trying to take nothing away from nobody, but, it was always some stuff in the game. Imagine if I would have started boxing when I was 5 years old. I turned pro at 21. I started boxing at 18. You know what I mean? So, and with only 10 amateur fights, they only want to see me become world champ. You know what I mean? They were trying to keep me down here. But I kicked the door down. Give me mines. I'm here. It's your boy K9. That's right. And they know who I am all around the world. And I'm not bragging. You know what I'm saying? I'm just happy to leave my son a legacy and my family a legacy. The Bible says that a good man will leave his kids and a heritage. And I'm just trying to leave my family a heritage. And I think I'm doing that. You know what I mean? Whoever thought that I would own houses, not just a house, but houses. That's big. You know what I mean? Actually own a house. We grew up on welfare. You know what I mean? That big thick cheese. That nasty thick peanut butter, that wonderful nice yum farina. We grew up on that. You know what I mean? Man, but now I can't stand roaches. Can't stand them. Mice, roaches, none of that. I can't stand them. Creepy, yuck. I can't. I've come a long way, y'all. A long way. And to God be the glory. And I'd like to thank my wife, SB, Shawana Bundridge, for taking care of the family, for being a great woman that she is, for helping me put this together right here, you know what I mean? Because I wouldn't be set up and wouldn't be coming live if it wasn't for the help of my helpmeet, my wonderful wife. So shout out to her too, SB Promotions. If y'all need a good advisor, SB Promotions, holla at us. But Dogs of Us, y'all, one love. Remember that song? You're lucky to have just one love. One love. One love. Houdini. Much love. At K9 Boxing. Your thoughts on Harrison versus Charlo rematch since this in your division? Hey, you know what? I haven't thought about that as it get closer, and I'm in camp with Harrison, and I see what's going on and what's being talked about, and then I can really comment on that right now. I know that Harrison is still recovering, and the fight has been postponed, but it definitely should be a good fight. And I'm rolling with my man's Harrison, super bad. He from Detroit, my dog from the block, and we on the lodge with it. We on the pound with it, for sure. But yeah, shout out to all the sponsors that we have. Hashtag, hashtag, and to be continued. That's right. But oh yeah, we gonna get money though. I'm telling y'all. You know, one thing about me, when I touch something, it turns to gold. You hear me? So we gonna touch it. Now we gonna know we gonna do it. We gonna put it on a piece of paper like I did when I got that big screen TV. So I'm gonna put it on paper and say, God, bless the K9 Team K9 boxing show, the Dog Pound, to reach billions of people or millions of people, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You know, you gotta, like I said, you gotta write it down. You gotta believe it. You gotta have faith. So I'm a man of God, Joe. I came a long way. I would not be here if I wouldn't accepted Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior. And that's real talk. You know, all jokes aside, I had to accept God. You know, I had to accept Him. I noticed when I was training, getting ready for fights, and I was still worldly, I was coming up short. When I got saved, I became champ of the world. I remember I was jogging up at Rouge Park. Man, I was hitting 14 miles. I was running, let me rewind that, 14 miles. I was running 14 miles, 1,000-yard sprints, and lost. I'm like, man, how did I lose? You know, I'm great shape. But I was listening to Lil Wayne. I started running less. And I started listening to gospel songs that was telling me things about God. You know, real songs. I mean, that was real 100. I was jogging less miles and I won a world title. So with God, all things are possible. You know, you can't be on both sides of the fence. You're going to be a thug and a gangster. You're going to be a Christian. You're going to be a Christian or you're going to be a thug. You're going to be a gangster. You're going to be a Christian. You can't be all of them. You're going to be a basketball player or you're going to be a boxer. You're going to be a football player or you're going to be a baseball player. You're going to be a doctor. You're going to be a lawyer. I mean, it's just really hard to be the best and be at the top trying to do too much. You're going to be who you're going to be. And I will put when I'm doing something and I'm successful at it or I want to be that person or do that in life, I will put all my eggs into that. If that's what I'm accomplishing and I'm good at that. You know what I mean? I will still have some on the side, like you're not gonna say plan A, plan B. I will learn other things, but whatever I got my experience in and I'm super good at, that's what I will do more at, or I will put more work in. And I had a choice. I remember I think I was like 20 some years old and I had a job and I was like, you know, this job was killing me. It had me to where I couldn't even go to the gym because I was so wore out from the job. So am I gonna, you know, work this job for the rest of my life? Because I can't go to the gym. I'm too sore, too tired. I can't be a full me. I can't be K9. Not going to this job and then going trying to box and spar and train. Or I'm gonna be K8 and give it half a job and lose and never become world champion. So I quit my job. And I had faith. I put all my eggs in this basket over here. I became a world champion. You know what I mean? I shot for the star. I went to the top. I trusted and had belief that nobody was gonna beat me. I could beat the world, and I was gonna make it. I gave it my all. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't smoking no blunts, wasn't drinking, wasn't partying. You know what I'm saying? I just took boxing serious, and I believed. I studied and I wanted it. You know what I mean? And you know today is a little different. A lot of these guys nowadays, and I'm not just trying to target no particular person, but a lot of guys are like a lot softer now. With the skinny jean era, guys, they're not as tough as like the guys were when I was up and coming. Like in the days of, and back in the days where, them guys was fighting with their fists. I mean, now even with basketball, you just barely touch a person. A foul, it's a foul. It's a technical foul. I mean, that's the most sissy stuff, man. The world is softer now. It's too soft. I couldn't see myself getting stuck up by somebody with some skinny jeans on, talking about some, give me all you got. Y'all right? Pop, shut up. I'll call the police too. Just say, man, I don't know. The guy just socked the guy, man, for nothing. Like, no, he tried to stick me up with some high heels on. Yes, he tried to stick me up with some high heels on, and it wasn't about to happen. You know what I mean? And it's just, I don't know, man. I think a lot of people off these drugs, man, popping these pills, and they doing all this crazy stuff. They're being possessed, and these demons got them. And the devil will use you, ball you up, and throw you away. When you look at, what happened the next day, and you sober and you look around and you see these bars and you never getting out there, you be like, dang man, what did I do? And yeah, you was sipping on that lean and you was messing with them pills and you wouldn't stuck somebody up. You know what I mean? Carjacking, for carjacking they give you 25 to life. And you know what I'm saying, shot somebody and ran, from the police and hit somebody. Oh man, they will give you the death penalty. They don't care. You could be 11 years old, they will give you life. They will give you life. So that's why I tell my son, like at 18 years old, I tell him like, bro, you know what I mean, you're a grown man, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got to man up right now. I talk to him like he grown. I talk, hey man, ain't no it's like when something's wrong, you know what I mean? When it's, oh man, but I'm only on 18, but when it's in your favor, man, I'm a grown man, I'm grown, like and like I say, man, I love my son to death. Let's say it let's end it with that. I love my son to death. He gonna be world champion if he stick with boxing. If he really wants to do this, 4-5 years from now, he gonna be a dog, just like his dad. Even better, because he's 6'1", southpaw, and he ain't through growing yet. You know what I mean? Proud of him. I mean, I couldn't have a better son. I couldn't have a better wife. I couldn't have a better life. I couldn't have. I only can have one God. And I'm happy, y'all. Thanks for tuning in tonight on YouTube with your boy K9, Dog Pound, Dog Lounge. And we'll be back tomorrow at 9 o'clock.